My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. Very popular British politician Nigel Farage was quoted recently as saying the European debt situation has went from bad to much, much worse. And in fact, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, the deterioration of the situation has led him to believe there is absolutely no way to avoid a collapse of the Eurozone. And of course, this means a collapse in the United States as well. Now, he points out in this article attached to this video that it was just 3 weeks ago when European so called leadership was trying to calm everybody down and say they've turned the corner. In the last 2 or 3 weeks, the situation has deteriorated to the point that there is absolutely no chance whatsoever, no matter how fast they print money, no matter how much fiat money they throw at the problem, that they can get ahead of it. It is a self-feeding debt monster that will lead to utter collapse. More riots in the street, more unemployment. And when you're looking at some of these Southern European countries where their youth unemployment rate is over 50% at this point, this is after they've turned the corner. This is after they've come to all these solutions. Why should you care about this if you're listening to me in the United States or not in Europe? Understand, this cabal of globalist elite bankers have tied us all together through the central banking system. It was just in our country here a few months ago where the Federal Reserve, through so-called currency swaps, did a backdoor bailout to the European banks of $600 billion. When Europe goes down, so will the rest of the financial world. And it is all engineered to come down together. It is not a coincidence. It is absolutely not a coincidence that we've seen legislation such as National Defense Authorization Act 2012, such as the legislation that lets the administration declare any event a special security event to make it a federal crime in order to protest. It's not a coincidence that Black Hawk helicopters are flying downtown Chicago because there's a NATO meeting coming. And it's not a coincidence that the Department of Homeland Security is securing 400 plus million rounds of 40 caliber ammunition. This whole system is going to come apart. It is going to come apart under the umbrella of this big lie that everything is okay. Forget what you see on the Dow Jones. Forget what you see by the mainstream business media. They have a very much vested interest in getting you out there spending money. The people that pay their salaries, these corporations, these are the ones that have been bailed out. These are the ones that are too big to fail. And these are the ones that are going to demand that the mainstream business media and the mainstream media tell you everything is just fine, no worries here, nothing to see here, until the collapse is at your front door. Please wake up, mentally prepare for what's coming, and understand at this point, like Nigel says in this article attached, there is no turning back from it. The debt monster has been released. It isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Stories are attached. That's all I got.